Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Nice to see you again. Merry Christmas. Yes, it is Christmas Day, which makes me think back to days gone by. When I was a kid, 6, 7, 8 years old in the late 1960s, I remember distinctly that there was the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that's when Santa showed up. Okay, and that was Thanksgiving Day. Okay, but nothing really happened around our house until about the 15th of December. Around the 15th of December, I remember we used to go get a live Christmas tree. And that's kind of, so, it was the 2 weeks at the end of December. And then New Year's Day, that tree came down. It was the 15 days of Christmas. And you know what? And it was all building up to Christmas Day, and it was a special day. I mean, at Christmas Eve, we all just chilled and sat around and had snacks. And I remember this as a kid, it was really exciting because we had potato chips. We didn't normally have potato chips. And we had soda. Didn't normally have pop. And Christmas, Christmas Day, presents, all that, yeah, but the 15 days of Christmas, and it started, if the 15th of December it started, and then it built up to Christmas Day, and then the week to Thanksgiving, it kind of, and the week to Thanksgiving, the week to New Year's Day, it kind of coasted, but it was still great, and then New Year's Day, it was over. And it was something special, and it was something you look forward to. And for God's sake, now Walmart is putting the Christmas decorations out November 1st, the day after Halloween. So if this trend continues, pretty soon Christmas will start after Valentine's Day. I mean, how in the hell does this make any sense at all, unless you're a retailer and trying to sell people worthless crap from China? Honestly, for me anyway, I don't know how you feel about it, but for me anyway, the retailers have ruined it. I mean, that, and the funny part of it is, we've known this for years. Okay, I remember watching the original Charlie Brown Christmas on my parents' 18-inch black and white TV. They weren't big TV people. And I remember as a 6, 7, 8-year-old seeing that when it was broadcast the first time. And the whole point of that story in 1965 or 66 was Christmas is becoming too commercialized. If you have everything all the time, then what's the point of anything, right? I read an article the other day. The Princess Diana was all ticked off because her first Christmas at Sandringham, she tried to be nice and she tried to buy everybody real gifts. Well, the jackass monarchy is so rich and they already have everything that they decided that, maybe it was Queen Elizabeth, I don't know, decided that, for Christmas we'll just give each other gag gifts. And Princess Anne gave Prince Charles a hand-stitched white leather toilet seat. That a gag gift, it was probably $1,000 toilet seat. But that for them, that's a gag gift. And he liked it so much that he would travel with it. So I guess there's some guy who is in charge of the royal privy, and he gets to, wherever hotel they go to, he gets to take the toilet apart and put a hand-stitched white leather toilet seat on it for Prince Charles, now King Charles's ass. You can't make this stuff up. The older I get, the less sense anything makes. But I do know what makes sense to me. I have a working darkroom now, and that is Union Station at night. And if you want a copy of that, you can go up to my website. It's available now because I can do it. I can print this. I can dry mount. I can print this. I can sepia tone it and selenium tone it and dry mount it to museum board and cut the mat and frame it. Heck, the frames are costing me through $250 now. Okay? But this will be museum grade. Even the glass on the frame is $100 glass. It's multi-coated. It's anti-UV, anti-reflection, and it's crystal clear. Has a little, if you get it just in the right angle, it's got a little bit of a green tint to it. But there's one. Same roll of film as this one. This is 1992. This is one of the best shots that I've got. I mean, I really enjoy it. But there's another one from the same roll of film. So very exciting. So yeah, basically I've had enough. Okay. I'm kind of done with the whole digital time wasting. And I'm not talking about photography, although, yeah, I mean, digital photography is fun, but it is what it is, right? Let's not make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. Okay, it's like Christmas. It's like what happened to Christmas. Okay, this is rewarding because this is hard to come by. How many people have dark rooms these days? And there's going to be a lot of people that say, I could care less, you know, digital's great. I look at it on my phone and I really love the images. Cool, good for you. This is what I enjoy doing. Fiber-based, silver, handmade. It takes me about, okay, so what I usually do is I go into darkroom, I make 5. And then when I tone them, because the toning process is kind of hit or miss. And so when I tone them, I usually, if I'm doing really well, I'll get 5 out of 5. But I usually get like 3 or 4 out of 5 that tone right. And so I make like 2 or 3 at a time. But it takes me about 2 or 3 days with all the washing and drying and toning and washing and drying and toning and developing, etc. to make a print. Okay, and that's having a darkroom. But I will say this: once you get your darkroom dialed in, you can develop film in a bathroom. You don't need a darkroom. You could develop a film. You could develop in your kitchen, but I wouldn't recommend it because you don't want the chemicals contaminating your food, right? But bathroom's safer, okay? But all you need is a changing bag, a developing tank, and the chemicals, and a couple of beakers and a thermometer. I mean, seriously, you can develop your own film for less than $50. Okay, maybe $100. All right, you can develop all the film you want. But to really print. Printing's one of those things where to really print, you really need a darkroom, and you can start small with resin coated paper, etc., because that's a lot easier. And I would recommend 8x10s. Every time you go up a size, you go to 11x14, everything becomes exponentially harder to get it sharp. The lens, the larger everything. You go 16x20, it gets exponentially harder. Okay, it's not a linear thing. It's a tangential thing, okay? And so, so to print, to really print, you really need a darkroom. And it's taken me 6 months to rebuild my darkroom to get it to the point where I can just zip in there, start printing within 5 minutes, or sepia toning within 5 minutes. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I figured out the ventilation, the running water, the wash. I got my archival washer. Yeah. So that's awesome. And so for 2025, I'm going to start trying to enjoy my life and unplug a little bit. I'm still going to do, so here's the thing. The digital aspects of my life that are wasting my time, I'm going to pull away from. I deleted my Facebook account. I didn't spend a lot of time on there anyway, and I really dreaded going there. And so I was like, why do I support these idiots? Why do I have an account? So I got rid of that. I'm still going to do Instagram because that, that works for me. I don't have to look at it. I have the few people that I follow and I enjoy them. Michael Kenna, Ansel Adams, Clyde Butcher, AOWS, and there's a few. I have about 20, 30 people I follow on Instagram. So what comes up on my feed is usually something interesting I want to see anyway. It takes me a minute and a half to look at it, and usually it's something interesting. I like seeing Ansel Adams pouring booze at a Christmas party. That's fun. But the stuff that's a total waste of my time, like every morning I wake up, I go check Fox News or the news or the weather or whatever. I mean, the weather's going to be the weather, and if I'm planning a trip or something, I'll check the weather. But I need to unplug. I need to get away from it. And now that I've got a working darkroom, like, I'm getting excited about shooting 4x5 and 6x6 and film, because now it's like I can really print. I can really do something with the film. And I'm pulling out the old negatives, the archived negatives. Like this is from 1992, and I've sold, I think, 12 of these. So I'm up to number 13. There you go. Lucky 13, I think. I'll have to check my records. But it's been 10 years since I printed these. So they're back up on my website and they're available. Not these. These are test prints. When I go to print these to frame them, it's different. The white gloves and all that. So, yeah. So there it is. Merry Christmas and a good day for prayer and meditation and figuring out like what's working in your life and what's not working in your life. At least that's what I'm using it for. And I'm really looking forward to 2025. I'm looking forward to being more analog. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy the digital. It's fun. But yeah. And but it's not film. And what else? And to all my Patreon supporters, thank you so much. What a wonderful blessing it's been for this year to have all these wonderful people on Patreon. Even just the members, but also the people who are supporting me. That's fantastic. I'm very appreciative and very humbled by that. And then YouTube, my subscribers, yep. So fantastic. And what else? And I've got my book, and that is selling really, really well to the point where I might run out. So I might have to do a second printing. And I'm still working on the ebook. It'll be soon. It's coming. Other than that, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Join Patreon for free. Or if you're really a great person, you can join Patreon and support me. I'd appreciate that. What else? And there it is. So we'll see you out there. Looking forward to 2025. Have a great one. Bye.